This video is more practicing with slope. I am going to match up this video with worksheet 3-1.3 if you happen to have the worksheets. Okay, first thing it asks us for is the data linear? Oh, I need to turn on my little board here. Let's see here. All right. Is it linear, and how do you know? Well, the first thing we need to know is the way you know if it's linear is if delta y over delta x is the same. So I'm going to go over here, and I've got delta y, the change in y right here is plus 4 plus 6 plus 4. Then I'm going to do delta x. Right here I've got plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. So now I'm going to do delta y over delta x. 4 over 2 is 2. 6 over 3 is 2. See how these are the same? So yes, it is linear because delta y over delta x is the same. Or you can write that the slope or the coefficient is consistent. Okay. What is the slope of the line that represents this function? The slope is 2. Please remember we have y equals mx plus b. That's what we talked about yesterday. M is the slope. B is the y-intercept. Okay, so the slope is 2. The y-intercept of this function, well, we're going to have to make our table here, and we're going to have to find it out. You can pick any one you want. I'm going to go ahead and use 2, 0. Let's see here. I've got 2 and 0. Do I have to use those? No, I'm just picking any points. So now I'm going to put the slope in there. Remember, it's the slope. Then we put the x next to it. Okay, so 2 times 2. And then the next thing is plus or minus the y-intercept. So this is 4. What do I have to do to 4 to get to 0? I need to subtract 4. So my y-intercept is going to be 0, negative 4. Okay, because my equation, it says, what is the equation in slope-intercept form? Y equals 2x minus 4. Is this data proportional? No, it is not. It has a constant of 4. Now, the next thing says, what is the x-intercept? X-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. Okay, the x-intercept is going to have some number and 0. 0's got to be in the y. So right here, this is my x-intercept, 2, 0. Why? I just say because the y number is 0. There's other ways to put that, but that's just the easiest in this space that I have right now. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Right here, if you have the worksheet, I would do it. If not, just pause the video and go through and try and do it. First off, it says, what is the slope of the line that represents this function? So let's go back a second. I've got y equals mx plus b. What is that called again? This is called the slope-intercept form. Well, what is the m? M is slope. It's also known as the constant. Whoops, I can't write here. It is known as the not the constant, what am I saying? Coefficient, delta y over delta x, and we also call it rise over run. This next one over here, this is called the y-intercept. We also know it as the constant. This is where if I have it graphed, the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. Remember, we have x and y. So this right here is the y-intercept. Okay, let's go back. Okay, what is the slope? Let's do delta y plus 1 plus 2 plus 2. Delta x plus 2 plus 4 and plus 4. I have delta y over delta x, 1 over 2, that's 1/2, or 2 over 4, that reduces to 1/2. My slope is 1/2. Now, it says, what is the y-intercept? I can go and build a table and pick any point and use it, 0, 4, and I can do it the way we know how to. Or I also know that the y-intercept is 0 and some number. Well, look, here it is in the table right now. It's already there. This right here is my y-intercept. So it is positive 4. It says to circle and label the y-intercept. Okay, I've already done that. My equation is y equals, the slope is 1/2. Then I put the x, and then I put the y-intercept, plus 4. There's my equation. Now, to check this, to make sure you did it right, you can go to y equals on your calculator, and in y1, put in there 1/2 x plus 4, and press second graph. Look at the table and see if all these points are there, and then you know that you're correct. Now the next thing says, what is the x-intercept and how do you know? The x-intercept has a y number of 0. Okay, so I'm going to write because the y number is 0. Right here, there's my x-intercept. It's already in my table, so I'm going to circle it and I'm going to write x-intercept. So it is -8, 0. Next, oh, we already did those notes. There we go. It says use the following. Oh, we got lots. Okay. Use the following graph to answer the questions. What is the y-intercept? Remember, this is the x, this is the y. Put a dot on the y-intercept, or if you're just looking at the computer, point to the y-intercept. Here it is, right there. That point is 0, -1. There's my y-intercept. Now, it says put a large dot on the y-intercept. We did that. And it says pick another point on the line. So let's see, I follow the line up. No, well, normally what I do, if I'm at 0, I go over to 1 and I see where that's at. Okay, that crosses well, so I'm going to put a dot right there. That point is 1, 1. The next thing it tells you is to find the slope between the two points. Okay, to find the slope, one way I could do this, I could build a table over here and put 0, -1, and I could put the point 1, 1. Here I can do delta y. The change in y is +2. The change in x is +1. Delta y over delta x, 2 over 1 is 2. This is my slope, but let's look on it from the graph. We need to be able to find it from the graph. First off, I know my line is from left to right is going up, so my slope is going to be positive because it's increasing. So first I go up 2, look right there, that's up 2 spaces, and over 1. Slope is going to be rise over run. So I'm going up 2 and to the right 1. 2 divided by 1 is 2. So my slope is 2. Now the equation of the line, remember we said the y-intercept was 0, -1. So my equation is y equals, remember we have y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. So I have 2x minus 1. Next one. Here's the next one. What is the y-intercept of the line? Well, let's go. First off, well, let's go this. Let's put x and y. Let's talk about what we see already. I see that my line is decreasing. It is going down. That means my slope, I know that my slope is going to be negative. Okay. So on my y-intercept, I go here. I'm going to put a big dot on my y-intercept. This right here is 0, 2. Remember, the y-intercept has a number in the y. Then it says to pick another point on the line. Well, let's go, this time let's do the x-intercept. It doesn't matter which one you do, but I'm going to go to the x-intercept. I'm going to put a big dot right there. What is that point? Remember, the x-intercept is 2, 0. This is the x-intercept. This right here is the y-intercept. Now, the next question it says is show the slope between the 2 points. Well, how am I getting from my y-intercept to my x-intercept? I'm going down and over. I'm going down 2, down is negative, and to the right 2. Another way I can show this on a table, I have my y-intercept 0, 2 and my x-intercept 2, 0. I have x and y. Well, the change in y minus 2, here it is right here. Delta x, let's see, this is y, sorry, there we go. And this is plus 2. Delta y over delta x, negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. My slope is negative 1. My equation would be y equals, let's see, negative 1x. Oh, what's my y-intercept? Plus 2. Oops, let's see, y-intercept is 0, 2. Remember, that's my b. Slope is m, so I'm going to put plus 2. Now, I already said that my x-intercept, we already found that to be 2, 0. My next, oh, well, you know what? Well, how else could I write this equation? I could write it as y equals negative x plus 2. All right, here's the next one. Well, golly gee willikers, let's see if I can move some of this up. There we go. So they can all fit on here. Okay, now let's look at this. It says, what is the y-intercept of the line? Remember, x, then y. Y-intercept is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 0, negative 4. What is the slope of the line? Okay, first off, the line from left to right is going down. That means it's decreasing. Okay, so my slope is going to be negative. Now, we got to find another point on the line. It doesn't really matter which one it is. Remember, I did the y-intercept. Well, the y-intercept doesn't cross very nicely. So let me go back over here. Let me go over to 1 and see if I can find it, if it crosses nicely. Sure does right here. Okay? So now to find my slope, let's count and see how many down. It goes down 1, 2, 3, down 3, and over 1. Rise, over run. I have 3 over 1, 3. But remember, I said my slope was negative. Okay, that's because I'm going down, so it's a negative 3. So my slope is negative 3. My equation is y equals negative 3x minus 4. To check and make sure you did this right, go to y equals on your calculator. Then go to go to y equals, sorry, and put into y1, let's put in there negative 3x minus 4. Now just press graph. Look and see if your graph matches what it has right here on our paper. Next, here's the next one. Let's see if I can pull up some of these questions. All right, there we go. First off, what is the y-intercept? Remember, I've got x and I've got y. Put a big dot on that y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 6. Okay, the slope from left to right, it is going down. I know my slope is going to be negative. But now I got to figure out where it is. You know, there's many different ways I can do this. If I go out here to like the x-intercept, it's not on my graph. Well, I need to find another point. What if I went over here to 1 and went up to my line? No, that doesn't cross nicely. What if I go to 2 and up there? Sure does. Right here. So how do I find my slope? I've got to go down first, so I've got down 1, that's negative, and over 2. Rise, over run. Negative 1 over 2. The slope is negative 1/2. My equation, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 6. Please make sure and go in your calculator. Press y equals, put into y1, negative 1/2 x plus 6, and press graph. Make sure before you move on that you didn't miss a part. I mean, that's the best way to handle your tests and assignments. Next one. I pull this up here. Okay. What is the y-intercept of the line? I've got x. I've got y. Let's put a dot on the y-intercept. 1, 2, 3. 0, negative 3. Now my line from left to right, it's going up. That means my slope. So if the line is increasing, the slope is positive. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Now I need to find the slope. So, the Y-X-Intercept, that's not on there anymore. Let's see. What if I go over here to 1 and I look? No. A lot of times I do this. This is another way you can do it. I go up 1 to the right 1. Is that on the line? Nope. If I go over 2, nope. Over 3, over 4 does. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going up 1. Remember, rise, over, run. I'm going up 1 and over 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 4. So my slope is 1/4. Y equals 1/4 x minus 3. Go in your calculator and make sure and check it. Next one. Okay, I'm going to bring this up. Okay. I've got the x-axis and I've got the y-axis. It says, what is the y-intercept? Put a dot right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 0, 4. What is the slope of the line? Remember, slope is rise over run. Am I going up anywhere? Nope, I'm going up 0. And let's say from this point I go over 1. 0 divided by 1 is 0. The slope of a horizontal line is 0. Now, I also think of it like this. See how this line, I could pretend I could just make a Z like I was Zorro. Zorro. Horizontal line makes a Z. Z is 0. Okay, that's just a silly way to try and help you remember that the slope of a horizontal line is 0. Then it says, what is the x-intercept? Does it touch this x-axis right here? No, it does not. There is none. Now, what is the equation of the line? We can write this as y equals the slope is 0, x plus the y-intercept. But remember, anything times 0 is 0. So really, we would write y equals 4. Go in your calculator right now into y equals, and put in there y into y1, y equals 4, and press graph. You're going to see this horizontal line. Why don't you go in there and try and put in there and y equals, put in y1, put, I don't know, -6, and press graph. There's no x in there because remember the slope is 0, so it makes the x's go away. It's just a number. Those are going to be horizontal lines. The next one, oh, hey, this one. Now, this is not a horizontal line. What type of line is this? Let's see if I can move all this stuff over. There we go. I like it like this. Okay. What type of line is this? This is a vertical line. Okay, it goes up and down. Well, I've got x and I've got y. It says, what is the y-intercept of the line? Here's the y. Does this line touch it? No, it does not. There is none. The x, let's go down here. The x-intercept of the line, right here, it crosses at this x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm over here at 7, 0. Now, let's think about this. This is like a wall, okay? If you think of it like the slope of a wall, are you able to climb the wall? I mean, without any help? I mean, we're not Spider-Man. Can we go up there? No. The slope is the incline. This is the highest we can get to. In this case, there is no slope. And what we write instead of no slope is we write undefined. The reason why is because to go to this point, the next point, I go up 1 and I go over 0. Well, put 1 divides 0 in your calculator. It's going to give you an error. You cannot divide by 0. But if you think about it, just think about Spider-Man and think about the fact, can we go up this wall? Can we walk up this wall? No. Now the equation. Every point on this line, the x number, this is 7, 0, 7, -1, 7, whoops, -5, all the way, this up here could be 7, 10. All of these are going to have an x number of 7. My equation is going to be x equals 7. Okay, so let's look at this at writing equations of the line. First off, write the equation line. I need you to remember that y equals mx plus b. Remember the slope is m, the y-intercept is b. So if you haven't done it so far, pause the video and answer these questions. Right here, I have y equals mx 2x and the y-intercept plus 5. Number 12, I have a slope of negative 2/3. Y equals negative 2/3 x, and the slope is negative 1, so I put minus 1. Given this equation, okay, which number is the slope? There's m, there's b. M is the slope, so I have negative 3. B is the y-intercept, and I'm going to write it as 0, negative 7. The next one down here, now this says negative x. This is the same as negative 1x minus 8. There's my m. Here's my b. M is my slope, negative 1. B is my y-intercept, 0, negative 8. Do you notice in the slope right here, though, I did not write negative 3x or negative 1x. It is only the number. The x is the variable. Here's the next one. Let's determine if the slopes are positive or negative. From left to right, the line is increasing. It is going up. If the line is increasing, it has a positive slope. This line right here, from left to right, the line is decreasing, and it has a negative slope. All right, let's go over what we've talked about. I want to stress and make sure you understand that horizontal lines like this, okay, I want to talk, there's a thing called HOI. This is something just to try and help you remember. HOI, what does that mean? It means horizontal, horizontal lines have a 0 slope, and the equation is y equals. That's the equation. Okay, so another thing to try and help you remember here, let's go over here, let's down here. If I have a vertical line, let's see here, vertical line that goes up and down, we call it vux. Vux. Sounds like you're kind of got something in your throat, doesn't it? This is a vertical line. It has an undefined slope. Oops, I didn't spell that right, did I? Undefined. Let's see here. Undefined slope. And it is x equals for the equation. It's just another way to help you remember HOI, vux, horizontal, and vertical.